If 37% of people say that they're doing basically nothing all day, it strikes me that we have one of the most inefficient economic systems ever created. People doing them often report remarkable symptoms of depression, anxiety. Oh God, I mean, the levels of suffering seem to be quite remarkable. One fairly common report was of psychosomatic illnesses, that people would report, they would develop flus or eye infections, all sorts of strange symptoms that would just magically vanish the moment they were given a real task to do at their job or the moment they got a real job. So I think it's actually affecting people in many ways that we don't know. The cost of this kind of useless employment to society is actually extraordinarily great in ways that we simply don't measure. What are the medical costs? What are the psychological costs? What are the costs in increased violence? People go home and they're domestically violent because they're so frustrated. I define a bullshit job as one where even the person doing the job can't really justify its existence. If that person believes that if the job did not exist, it would make no difference at all, or the world might be a slightly better place. There was one person who was hired by a museum as a security guard for a room that had nothing in it. He had to stand there, even though there was nothing in the room to protect and no one would ever go into it all day long, just in case someone accidentally strayed in or in case there was a fire, basically. I assumed it would be maybe 10%, 15% of workers. YouGov, the polling agency in the UK, did one survey. There was another one in Holland. There's been others. And usually what they find is actually between a third and 40% of all people say their job makes no meaningful contribution to the world. We've been told for years that, well, the way we organize things, market capitalism, it might not be pleasant in a lot of ways. It creates inequality, it creates misery, alienation, but it's really efficient. It's the only efficient system we've ever come up with to distribute goods and services. And if 40% of people secretly believe they're not doing anything that needs to be done, or often not doing anything at all, and being paid to do nothing, well, this is not an efficient system. In fact, it's incredibly inefficient.